In this video, we will talk about operators in Java programming language. It is not important to know how many operators are available in Java programming, but we need to know how an operator in a programming language works. So there are basically two operands available in an operation performed with the help of an operator. I will call them left operand and right operand. So let's take our first operator, that is assignment operator. It is the most used operator in any programming language. In Java, single equal symbol is used as an assignment operator. This symbol equal to sign. In assignment operator, the value of right operand is assigned to the left operand. Here in this statement, a is equal to 5. The value 5 has been assigned to the left operand variable a. But there is a limitation that both operands must be of the same type. For example, if we declare a variable a as an integer and try to assign a string, then it will not work. For example, if I say I assign this as a string, then it will not work. And if I try to run this program, then it will throw an error, type mismatch. Similarly, all operators work on the same type of operands only. So here in this statement, if I type a is equal to 5 then semicolon, then the value 5 will be assigned to variable a and the old value of variable a will be discarded. So let's try to run this program now. As we can see the result, it has printed 5. Next is arithmetic operators like addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, etc. When an arithmetic operation is performed between two operands, the result of the operation is returned, which we need to use further. Here if I write a plus 5, then this statement is incomplete. We need to use this returned value. This will return some value and we need to use this returned value to some other variable, or we can directly use this value in some other operations like print, perform another arithmetic operations, etc. So here I will assign this result to another variable b using the assignment operator, or we can directly print this value. Similarly, we can use any other arithmetic operators, for example subtraction or multiplication or division. There is one more arithmetic operator apart from other basic arithmetic operators, and that is modulo operator. Modulo operator returns the remainder of a division operation between two operands. For example, if I type 14 modulo operator, that is percentage sign, and then let's take 3, and if I try to print this result, then it will return 2. And if I type 15 modulo 3, then it will return 0. It means that 15 is completely divisible by 3. Here this percentage sign is the modulo operator. Next is comparison operator. As we can understand from the name itself, it compares the values of two operands and returns a Boolean value, either true or false accordingly. We can also assign the result of a comparison operator to a Boolean data type. However, we use these operators in if-else or loop statements. For example, let's take another data type Boolean C, and let's say a is greater than b. As we can see, the value of a is 4 and the value of b is 10, and it is definitely a false statement. So the false will be assigned to variable c, and if we print this variable C, then we can see the result false. And if we change the operator, like if I say B is greater than A, then it will return true. There are 6 comparison operators in Java. The first one is equal to, that is 2 equal to signs, and it returns true if both the values are same. Another one is not equal to, it returns true if both the values are different. We have already seen the greater than operator and the less than operator, and there is 2 more operators, less than and equal to, and greater than and equal to. Do not get confused with the equal to operator and assignment operator. Assignment operator has only one equal to sign, and equal to operator has 2 equal to signs. Next is logical operators. There are basically 3 logical operators: and, or, and not. Logical operators work on Boolean type operands and also returns the result in Boolean according to the operation. For example, if I say false and true, 2 ampersand signs means it is an AND operation, and if we print this value, then we definitely know that the result will be false because it is an AND operation and one of the condition is false, so it will return false. Yes, false. We know that comparison operators return the result in Boolean type. Therefore, logical operators are usually clubbed with comparison operators. For example, let's see how this can be done. Let's take another variable C, and C is equal to 15, and if C is greater than A and C is greater than B, then only this C will become, we need to name this variable D because we have already assigned C here. So if C is greater than both A and B, then only this D will become true. So that's how we can club logical operators and comparison operators. And let's check the results. This may return true. Yes, true. Next is bitwise operators. Bitwise operators perform logical operations between 2 operands on bit level. For example, if we perform bitwise AND operation between 2 numbers 10 and 6, then the result will be 2. But before going further into bitwise operators, I would like to tell you more about other logical operators, that is OR operator and NOT operator. OR operator is 2 vertical lines, and NOT operator is let's see, this exclamation mark, so let's see the result. We know that this will return true, and this NOT operator will make it false, so result should be false. Yes, it is false. You can also use this operator directly here, like this way, and it will still return the same result, false. So now about bitwise operators. Bitwise operators perform logical operations between 2 operands on bit level. So let's see how this can work. So we know we can represent 4 in binary as 0, 1, 0, 0, and we can represent 10 in binary as 1, 0, 1, 0. And if we perform AND operation between these values on bit level, then we will definitely get 0. Let's see if C is A and B, and because as we can see that each operation will return in 0, then the whole result will be 0, 0. And if we perform OR operation here with single vertical line, then we will get 0 here, 1, 1, 1, then it will be 14. So let's see, are we getting 14? Yes, the result is 14. And if we perform the exclusive OR operation, XOR, then we will again get 14. Yes, there are two more bitwise operators, left shift operator and right shift operator. So let's see how these operators work. So I want to shift 2 bits to the right in a variable, then I will use right shift operator and I will say 2 bits. This will shift 2 bits in variable A to the right. So let's see the result now. It should be 1. Let's try again. Yes, it is showing 1. And if I want to shift 1 bit in B to the left, then I will use left shift operator and I will shift the bits by 1 digit, 20. So this will become 10100, and this will be 16 plus 4, that will be 20. So the result is 20. So these were bitwise operators, 5 bitwise operators. Next is ternary operator, that is also called as conditional operator. Question mark symbol along with colon is used as ternary operator. The syntax is condition, then question mark, then statement 1, and then statement 2. If this condition is true, then the result of statement 1 will be returned, and if this condition is false, then the result of statement 2 will be returned. So let's see an example. Suppose I want to limit the value of variable b to not to be greater than 4, then I will say b if it is greater than 4, then question mark and 4, otherwise, sorry, yeah, it was correct. If b is greater than 4, then 4, else b, and then we will assign this value to b again. Let's print the results. 4. So whatever the value of b is, it will never go greater than 4. For example, if I say b is equal to 3, then it will remain 3. Otherwise, if it is greater than 4, for example 12, then it will bring down it to 4. So if this condition is true, then this value will be assigned to b, and if this condition is false, then this value will be assigned to b. It is very similar to single line if else statement. So many times instead of using single line if else statement, we usually use ternary operators. So this is all for basic operators in Java. In the next video, we will talk about increment and decrement operator, and we will also talk about shorthand operators. So thank you.